because Will feels very uncomfortable with BSM.
Welcome to Minneapolis by Night. This is purely a vampire social scene because this is during downtime. So basically, this is just a way to sit and bullshit and, in character and have some fun and meet some other characters. It is going to take place at the Gilded Swan, a known Toreador-controlled place. It is not an Elysium. It is just a nice bar and lounge. It's a bit more classy. It's not too high class, but it's not too low class either. So kind of slightly above mid class.
So basically, it's not an Elysium if you pull shit. I get to tell you how stupid you are and get the fuck out.
Correct.
Yay!
Not an Elysium, which means if you do something stupid, you risk all kinds of problems. Being a masquerade is, still punishable no matter what.
True.
Although that does remind me, I need to blue book something later, but about this.
Well, I'm not going to pay attention to any blue book until the night before, downtime then, so. Sunday night,
I'm just letting you know ahead of time that there will be blue books for.
Yeah, so basically the Gilded Swan is where everybody's at. I'm not even going to say everybody just comes in. Everybody's already here, mixed around.
It's where Wolfie.
Yeah, and then Holly was talking to someone else without muting.
You don't want to know what he's scraping his mic on. Yeah, that was.
It's just incorrigible today.
I am.
You know what? Just because everybody's here and nobody knows it. Perception awareness.
Really?
God damn it, I don't have my sheet on me.
It's a good thing I know what that is.
You can have a generic remember.
Do I really need to roll this?
You can make shit up. I mean, just as long as it's within reason.
So I can't get to my sheets and I'm on mobile and I can't get to my computer. Can somebody...
Yes, I'll open your sheet. I'll
Thank
open your
you.
sheet because my other sheet I know off the top of my head, so... Okay. You're playing a vampire, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I was just curious because of the wolf.
Tens explode. Nice.
Victoria.
Perception awareness?
Awareness. Yep.
Let's see, your perception awareness. You need dice roll too?
Yes, please.
Josh, what's your dice pull on this?
What was the check again?
Perception awareness.
Jeez, you got 8 on that. Does his sharp nose or clairvoyant count?
Awareness is just feelings. Basically, you're going to have feelings. So the sharp nose won't come into play. Clairvoyance, probably a bit more.
Wait, how many successes did I get?
No, I haven't. I just rolled it. You got 1, 2 successes.
Okay. I thought you said 8 successes. I'm like, holy fuck,
No,
I didn't even know I could do that.
No, you have 8 dice. That's why I said, holy shit. Okay, that's your roll. You got 2.
Perception what? Hang on, I didn't.
Awareness.
Awareness?
I should have known, and then minus 4.
4.
Alright, I got you.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
Alex has got 2. And my Google seems to be throwing a fit. Okay. Gets also 2.
Alright. Everybody has more than enough successes to have a feeling that there are other supernaturals within your range.
Supernaturals we can't see?
Nope, you're just picking up on supernaturals. If you look around, it's not going to pinpoint them, but you'll have a, you'll look around, you'll get a feeling. Awareness is purely emotional and mental. It's not visual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that discussion we had last night, I picked up on that.
Yep.
So you guys all kind of have a feeling that there are other supernaturals here. You're not sure what kind because it doesn't specify. But you definitely know there's some other supernaturals here.
And no one in the scene has aspects.
I have.
Sure, you can roll perception alertness, see if you can pick up on. Anybody who wants to can roll a perception alertness to see. Or if you have all specs, roll it.
Like, can you roll me my perception? About the same thing.
Jesus, okay.
Okay, I know your perception is 4. Okay. Alright. You got 2. 2 is your magic number today.
Back.
Everybody else? Anybody?
I'm working on it.
Yes, this is kind of Victoria's place. She needs to keep an eye
Hmm.
But anyway, as far as like getting into the scene, pretty much when Alex does get around to showing up to the place, he's pretty much just going to go find a nice little table off to the side, just kind of sit and chill, not act.
Okay. And this is what you feel as soon as you get in.
Hang on a
You can
minute,
tell
guys.
me
I'm
where
gonna.
you can tell me where you guys are at, but this is all after you've already gotten in. Go ahead, Josh.
I'm gonna switch which device I'm using for this because hearing everything mono is kind of ruining my ability to hear anyone. So I'll be right back.
Alexander doesn't want to do shit.
Sorry, Holly, but your background noise was loud. I can't actually fix it. I'll just that's all. Alright, so yeah, Alexander doesn't see shit. He's very imperceptive.
Yep.
I got 6.
Mm-hmm.
So
We'll just say I think Josh is the standard 4, so I think that's what I recall.
Joey had
Roll
2.
Josh's. Look at that. Josh got 2. Okay. Holly, you gonna roll to see if you pick up on who it is or the people in the place? And she is. Look at that. Okay. Simple enough. Yeah.
The ever perceptive G.
And apparently the ever perceptive David.
Oh, naturally. Naturally, he's mine.
All right.
That's why.
As you guys look around, you kind of pick up on obviously certain individuals are not the same. Victoria, you look out. I think you've already met Alexander, so you already know Alexander.
So,
Alexander's met Alms, if I recall correctly. If I recall
Yes.
correctly. Okay.
And Blaine, I know for a fact he's met Blaine too.
at the very least, he was in the car the other night.
Yeah. And Alex definitely remembers Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
he still doesn't look like he fits in. You're not sure why he's here, but he's here.
To be fair, Alms is here, so Cookie Monster is by far the least of anybody's fitting in concerns.
Hmm.
I think Alms is going to be smart enough before he enters the place to be in Skin of the Chameleon. Intent. Hint.
I think it looks like somebody has called him.
Well, we're just going to say,
He's in Skin of the Chameleon.
Matt, since you made this sheet, does he have anything to... Oh, he made a sheet? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he sent it to me at some point. I mean, I can try and find it. Oh, it seems my Skype has crashed since last night.
Josh, aside from Skin of the Chameleon, do you have any other way to blend in? I don't know if he can hear me. Yeah. So basically, I'm talking myself. Alright, we'll wait till he touches it. Ah, there we go. Oh,
He says he can't hear anybody.
Not our fault, we didn't do it.
So last thing I heard was right before you're gonna tell us what the perception alert is, was that I vaguely heard my character's name. So that'd be
You would know Alexander. You haven't met Blaine, and you haven't met the other two, nor have you met Alms. So basically, the only one you know is Alexander. As soon as he walks in, you recognize him. He recognizes you.
It's because he's a sexy beast.
Poor Josh, just having difficulties.
Yeah.
Right?
Welcome to Google. Bend over and take
I think he did.
it. Apparently.
He took it out.
You better not pout. You better not cry. You
Hey,
better
hey,
not.
hey, leave it.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, basically as you guys look around, you can kind of pick up on the ones who seem a bit different than the rest of the mortals in the place.
Victoria would be kind of playing the part of the host since this is Toreador territory. She'd be, kind of walking over. She kind of thinks the vampires, just saying hello, general greeting. Hi, how are you doing? How are you liking the club? That sort of thing.
Okay.
Maybe a comment on how they're dressed or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
You back, Josh? Can you hear us now?
Can't hear you.
I have to know.
Shit. Welcome to Minneapolis by Night Technical Difficulties Edition.
Yeah, no shit.
Middle of nowhere, the scenic fucking woods.
This random commentary.
That's honestly very appropriate. We can put it right
Yes, yes.
We're in the middle of nowhere. The Goated Swan is in the middle of the city. So.
No, the Toreador have a bar right in the middle of the fucking woods. Everybody knows that.
Oh yeah.
Let me guess, it's right dead center on Sept, too?
Yeah, why not?
They got really
Blue Toreador and
ballsy.
ballsy. Yeah.
It's all the werewolves to love them because they're pretty, and then they just made a bar left for
Okay.
The werewolves are so pretty. Yiff, 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 yiff.
Yes, now, Joshua.
Well, actually, I'll get into that. There's a funny discussion about emotional manipulating powers and werewolves after we're live.
Okay, well,
Okay.
I think Josh is still having issues.
Okay.
Or he's just ignoring us. Either one's
Well,
possible.
if nothing else, we can just say the Alms comes in a little bit and his rolls are retroactive.
Yeah, okay, yeah. We'll just say he's in, he'll be in and blah blah.
Yeah, I'm here. I can hear you guys. It's just I can't hear too well. Too many things going through one earpiece.
That's why you should have 2 earpieces, dude.
They make most headphones with 2.
Yeah.
Yes, we're smartasses. Get used to it.
I was just gonna say, Bluetooth doesn't exactly work that way. Except for those weird, like, neck headphone things that people in construction wear.
Your Bluetooth. Alright, but yeah, so basically Alms is here, we're just going to say, for now, I know technically I don't think you have it on your sheet, but for now you look like a human because it makes things easier. And ST says so.
Someone
Yay.
cast a magical spell on you.
There we go.
And now...
You can just say it's
Ramspell.
Ramspell. It's always Ramspell.
Ramspell wanted you to blend in, so he said, poof, now you look human.
Next 24 hours, you look human.
Makes it easy.
Yes, indeed.
Alright, so you're in here, you notice everybody else, everybody notices each other. What do y'all do? I'm leaving it up to you guys. ST's not running the scene, it's a social.
So you said that Victoria is pretty much going around just kind of greeting each person and it's chilling out and whatnot.
Pretty much.
Eventually, when she gets over to Alexander, he's just gonna smile and just, apparently somebody's dying. So
Oh, that really doesn't sound good.
now, anyway, looking to Victoria. So, how have things been, Miss?
Jesus, every time you unmute, she coughs harder. Of course, it is a bar, so maybe that's someone just yakking up in a corner.
we'll roll with that.
We'll roll with that.
They're yakking in the corner, and then Victoria and someone to take them out. She'll be like, "Hey, you might want to take him."
Yeah, I mean, there are people
Let them
to
die
take
in
care
the
of
alley.
that. Die elsewhere, asshole.
Hey, she's
Okay,
mom.
so-
She has to make sure that she tells the right people so they don't accidentally kill him.
True. So when she's within earshot, he's gonna just kind of lean in closer so that nobody else can hear. Be like, so, what name exactly are you going by at the moment?
God damn it! Fuck, you haven't thought of that yet.
What?
Well, fuck. She just kind of shrugs. Well, at work, my name is Rachel Luttrell, so that's what you can call me.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Rachel. So, what kind of commodities are about here?
Well, I already got food, drink, but I kind of doubt you're here for that.
Commodities, he says.
Goddamn stockbroker, what the fuck?
No. He's not the stockbroker. That's Violet.
Violet Island.
Anyway, so he just kind of nods back. All right. Well, tell you what, if you see anybody around in here that that might actually need to talk to me to get some help with anything, by all means. I've pretty much got nothing to do for the rest of the night, so he just shrugs a little bit.
She'll nod and kind of smile and look him over and
He's single.
for those teeth. Just help cover him up a little better. Evidently,
Yes,
Alexander was shocked and died.
Dude, wait.
She's a midget. She's short.
I couldn't hear what you were saying, Joey.
The little midget just said you should probably get something to help cover up your teeth a bit better.
He's just gonna kind of smile. It also should be stated that whenever Alexander smiles, he's not actually ever trying to show his teeth, as his
Teeth show no matter what. So.
I'm aware, but he's not trying to draw any extra attention to the inside of his mouth. He's just gonna kind of smile at her, working on that. But
She'll just wink and flounce away after that. I don't want to say flounce, but that's how she walks, very bouncy, energetic walk.
I just had this mental image of her skipping.
And then she
Well,
zooms back.
goes with the picture.
And she zooms back and bitch slaps you because she's Victoria. She does shit like that.
Alright. Well, proceed.
She's gonna head towards the really pretty looking woman.
That would be you, Holly.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to unmute it.
One that looks more beautiful than is normal for humans, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a very high appearance.
7.
So yeah, she'd go to say hi to this person.
Okay. Well, Alex, at least if you're noticing, you notice the midget walks over to his table where there's a gentleman and a female sitting there, both looking, very well dressed, considering, I mean, they look even more.
Oh,
They look like
Yeah.
higher clientele than even this place is, usually takes.
hmm.
That suit that the gentleman is wearing is a Armani, because I don't know a lot of big name suit makers, so that's the first
Right.
one I go with.
Kingsman makes really good suit.
Or some other, super expensive suit
Super
maker.
expensive. Yep. That's all. That's a descriptor I'm rolling
Basically,
with.
yeah.
is
I would have
Super
to say
expensive
stuff
suit.
like that.
resource thought to get it. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have enough resources total to get it.
That's what happens when you're like 6,000 years old or some shit.
He's not even that old. That's what's funny.
Yeah, she's not that old either.
It's just very rich.
Oh, Victoria, hi. My name's Rachel. How are you finding our fine establishment?
It's lovely, thank you, Rachel. She's just like raising an eyebrow, like looking at her.
She doesn't look
young
quite
to be in this club.
like a young child, like a teenager.
That's why David asked, aren't you a little young to be in here?
Oh, I get that all the time, but I can assure you I am perfectly old enough to be in this bar. My husband doesn't quite like it, but oh well, he can go suck a dick. And she actually says that. Like, just...
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh. Oh
Well,
my.
it's truly a fine place here.
Yes.
Much of what I expect of the followers of the Rose. And he just looks at you.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear quite what you said. All I heard was the last part about the followers of the Rose.
He says, it's a very fine establishment. He said, it's much as I expected from followers of the Rose.
She bows her head. Thank you. I'm assuming you're here to speak to, friends. She says that slightly lower, but they're in a bar. Not exactly quiet.
Yeah, from what we heard, it's a little hard to get a hold of. So we're hoping to speak to someone else in
Yes. It's
position.
I can try to help you find someone who can get you in contact with them. So actually,
That would be helpful.
gesture over towards Alexander.
helpful indeed.
Who is actually, after having heard the I already threw my perception dice and all that crap, but the Rose comment, he's like, oh, alright, well, sounds like it's time to get to work. Gets himself up out of the chair and he's already making his way over.
I
Alms
assume this is
follows
the gentleman
Alexander.
you were referring to there, Rachel?
She'll nod, and I'm gonna jump out really quick because I'm gonna jump on my computer since I can now,
Okay.
so I'll be right back.
Gotcha.
Everybody's dying.
No, Alms follows Alexander, being the only person that he knows here, looking a little uncomfortable in the far nicer clothes than he usually wears.
So it's not that he's invisible or anything right now, he's just
No.
blended.
He
Okay.
looks
Yeah,
like
he-
a human.
he
We'll
looks
just say
human, he
one of the
blends
Tremere
in.
did a spell to make him look human for this time being. It's the
Okay.
only way I can figure out that we could get the gargoyle in this building with humans around.
Right?
So ST Fiat says, God damn it, he is looking human right now.
Okay. So on that note, then it's not so much of a transformation. He's not. Alexander won't not recognize him.
No.
Cool beans. It's gonna just kind of nod to Om. Say, well, you ready to go meet some more friends?
Friends are good.
Hopefully.
I like. Man, I like friends. Friends are cool.
So as Alexander walks up, he's gonna offer his hand to David, and then to G's. Hey,
He actually
Alexander.
waits. There's a reason. He's got a high etiquette. Who do you go to first at the table? He's a gentleman too. Hint, hint.
I have no dots in etiquette, so
Oh yeah. So okay. He looks at you, looks at the hand, goes. Kind of rolls his eyes a little bit, but extends his hand. David Fields.
Alexander Smith. So I hear, and then as he's shaking G's or offering his hand to G,
Giovanna Agrippa. That her name is actually Giovanna, and she actually prefers to be called Giovanna. That's my pet name for her out of character.
he just kind of cocks an eyebrow like, oh, that's interesting. So, do you mind if as he looks over the gargoyle, if my friend here Alms as well joins us?
Sure.
So good to be welcomed.
He's off and on as he's talking to you guys. He's playing on his phone. It looks like he's texting or doing something. You can't really tell.
So Alexander will go ahead and take a seat and just fold his hand, like lock his hands together and set them on the table in front of him. So I hear there's someone that you're interested in trying to meet with.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Would you mind if I ask what is it you need taken care of?
Introduction.
Can definitely appreciate that.
This is rather difficult to contact.
Yes, and there's a number of unfortunate reasons for that. Kind of in the best for the city at the moment. But at the very least, I can ensure that somebody that can speak on their behalf is able to meet with you sometime soon.
That would be beneficial.
Very much.
I wonder if someone started a microwave.
That's Joey's microwave. I'm fine. Joey, damn dirty death machine over there. Anyway.
So, forgive me for Joey. We're just harassing you.
Don't be hangry. Don't be hangry. We love you.
Yeah, don't be hangry. Have a Snickers.
So very hangry.
David just looks at you, Alex. So, who are you? Besides name.
I am currently Primogen for the venture of the city.
There's a small
That one?
sigh from Victoria. And he says that.
Yeah.
And that one?
Sorry.
I am the Chaldea of Gortok.
I can process of elimination figure that one out.
Yes.
There are two possibilities, but I'm thinking more likely different scenario than the original.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Considering he mentioned original, can I roll Kindred Lord trying to figure out what the hell he's talking about?
Sure.
Sure, here we go.
I mean, you know what he is, so.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out if there's some sort of additional context from the original comment.
The most you'd figure out is he narrowed it down to two clans. But being his reactions and the way he's acting would kind of narrow that down even further. Most Nosferatu can blend in a bit better because, you know, they live in the sewers. They know how to blend in with society. Gargoyles, not so much.
Yeah.
They still have the Tremere attitude.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I'm
Because that's all they've been around. Yeah.
So, what brings you two to Minneapolis, of all places, right now?
My business,
Oh, which business is that?
Dragon Kings.
Really?
Nice.
Uh-oh.
And how about you, Miss Giovanna? Or what was her last name?
Agrippa.
Sorry, you both talked over one another.
I'm here with David.
There you go. It's 2 P's actually, Joey, but thank you. 1 R, 2 P's if I recall correctly.
Close enough.
Close enough, yeah.
Close
We
enough.
got you.
Government work. So, Dragon Kings.
What the fuck was that? Never mind, I don't
That was
even
somebody on my end dying.
want- Oh. Apparently we have people
the
on
plague
every end
spreads.
dying. Wow, that virus is really working.
Someone's playing.
David just
Plague
looks at you.
Inc.
No, the sound you hear in the background is from Holly, and they're watching some goofy werewolf movie.
No,
Put
now
up that big
I'm
surprise starts off in the fucking middle of the goddamn fucking forest, if I recall really correctly.
Yep. And I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Joey's stuff. I'll mute.
Well, you were asked a
Okay.
question, though.
I missed it. I apologize.
Yeah.
What was the question?
I don't know. I don't remember.
You asked Giovanna a question.
I don't remember.
Oh, no, Alexander
He
had
asked why
asked
she's here.
what, and she said she's with David.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not
He's
hear a reply, so I was like, why are you guys not remembering?
It's all good. So yeah, Alex just kind of, well, that works just fine then. So, Dragon Kings, you say?
Mm-hmm.
That's caused quite a bit of stir in regards to who and where money's coming in and out from.
Nobody bothered to ask.
That's
Although there are some stupid people who've been trying to hack into my system.
really. Is that
Oh,
what
no worries.
the
I'm not the one
your
who
phone
won.
issue has been?
No, that's just business related. Getting everything set up, making sure my construction crews are doing what they're supposed to.
All right. As the thing that I do need to ask in regard, once Alexander had gotten all that work for the business thing, Bill, because what Rose said is, or what Ian said is that Rose is sending all of the paperwork pertaining to the company, so he knows who the investors are, right?
Oh yeah. The one investor who was just willing to put down $40 million to EI is the man sitting in front of you.
Okay. So, Alex actually clears his throat. He says, "So, I do believe that I should let you know this beforehand.
No problem.
You may very well have already found this out yourself. One of your recent investments, as far as any paperwork is concerned, may have just become bankrupt.
May have. Funny, I have a complete report that says it has.
Yes. It
Happened. It did seem like it was being thrust upon one individual who didn't seem like he had part to business one.
After reviewing the paperwork, I would have to agree.
Hmm.
The money is not just evaporated. In fact,
I would hope so. That's a big investment.
yes, and frankly, I will admit it's just convenient that we all happen to be here because, unless of course you were following me, which regardless, I'm working on trying to fix the investment. There's nothing wrong with the money. The problem was simply how it was being handled. It's going to take a little bit of time, but after appropriate compensations are made from those that had been mishandling it, it should end up back into operation.
Okay. I'll leave it at this. I'm putting $3 billion worth of business into this city. And that's just a start.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 places I own, as soon as they're up and running, will bring in 150,000 plus jobs. As long as that continues, minor things like, I was going to hire a security firm and they went bankrupt. Shit happens. As long as the money gets redirected somewhere worthwhile, I don't care.
Fair enough.
You'll learn very quickly that business is a high priority of mine.
It's already fairly obvious.
And I will warn, any threat to my business will be retaliated with.
Who means that?
Just stating. No one has yet. Like I said, a few people have tried to hack into my systems without bothering to come to any of my representatives and speak to them. And I'm a bit annoyed. When we track them down, and make no mistake, we will track them down, they probably won't like my outcome.
Fair enough. Protect what's yours.
Not. As long as we understand each other, I have no issues. But yes, as for the investment I made that is currently bankrupt, if they do return or whatever happens, I'm still willing to put the money down. There actually was never fully any paperwork. I offered to invest that. I had been waiting for word from the actual owner of the business, and I'd yet to hear anything.
Interesting. I'm assuming that you already have direct contact information for them. Just
no, I have direct contact information for the manager.
Huh. What name did they go by?
Went by Anthony Tolstoy. I thought it was hilarious. Obviously, I caught the reference. He just smiles. And yes, I am well aware of what affiliation I was getting into business with. Before that comes up.
He's just gonna kind of shrug, be like, I don't know what you're talking about. Well,
Matt, you're a bad liar.
I'm a bad liar.
Yeah, you know what?
Actually, he's a worse liar than I am.
Since you're going to, roll it. We're going to try and pull a fast one on this guy.
Oh no, this is saying I don't know what you're talking about as well as Marcus does.
Okay, gotcha. Be very obvious here. You know that. Okay.
It's like you're saying things. I couldn't possibly know where that's going. Yeah, and well, it's good to see that there's more people coming into the city that are willing to work under informed conditions.
We've been made aware enough that honestly, doesn't really concern me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop because of them. If you check, most of the places I have operations in are run by like-minded individuals.
Interesting. Well, while I'm
I'm going to
sure
make you
that
roll your intelligence to figure out what he actually meant.
intelligence and anything else, or just
Just
intelligence?
intelligence. See if you
I'm
can
not
piece
very
together
smart.
what he was referring to.
That's convenient.
He was referring to the Camarilla. In other
Okay.
words, he just said that every one of his businesses is in a Camarilla house.
Mm-hmm.
I tend not to associate with the other side.
That's certainly relieving, actually. Don't need any more additional issues on that front, frankly. On that note, though, for any of your
She
operations
just
that are
can't have
happening around here,
smirks.
while I'm certainly you don't need the assistance, if there's at any point that you need, I'm trying to think about how I would phrase it here. Paperwork assistance for licensing or anything of the sort.
He just smiles. You are correct. I don't need it, but I will keep that in mind in case something comes up.
Excellent. So,
He actually pulls out his wallet. It's one of those nice, expensive half-full wallets. Pops it open, pulls out a business card, hands it to you.
well, I have one. Alex just pulls one out of the one one of the pockets of his jacket as well, and offers his in return. Appreciate
He
it.
picks it, puts it in his wallet, puts it away.
Well, it's
If you
always good.
look, it says David Fields, CEO and President of Dragon Kings Incorporated.
Mm-hmm.
Gives a email address, phone number, so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look on the back, it has the Malkavian clan symbol.
God damn it, we've got Byron. Switch to 11.
Do you mention Byron?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, he might, after he notices that he just kind of nods, and as he's putting it away, he's like, so you should be, as far as the whole proper procedure and such for introductions, I believe that one of the people that you're going to be wanting to try and find goes by the name of Byron. I
Very
cannot
calm.
remember his last name.
Mr. Nash?
Yes, that's it.
Yes, I've met Mr. Nash before.
Oh, sweetie, you didn't tell me you had met him. We should probably know those things, seeing as how we need to be proper, official.
Well, I wasn't aware that was his position at the time. It was never made mention when I met him.
Yes, he's one of my counterparts.
Interesting.
If you don't mind my asking, what's quite so interesting about it besides Peanut?
Peanut is very special.
Indeed. Peanut whips people in shape, apparently.
Okay.
A sort of way of bringing that in. David just cracks up laughing. Actually, just to make sure he gets it, I will roll his intelligence. I don't even need Kindred Bar for that one, I just need intelligence. Oh yeah, he picks up on it. Oh yeah, he dies laughing. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's... Oh, wow. Just wow.
Oh,
Alexander's gonna be nice to Alms and lean over and say, Peanut is a stuffed elephant, and he's the Malkavian wit.
what?
Yeah, I didn't even know that other part, but that's funny enough.
She actually just starts laughing. Like, he may. Oh.
Well,
Oh
there definitely
my.
are some of those more unique ones.
Well, they really, quite literally, are attached at the hip.
Well, I'm not so sure if it's so much the unique thing, because when asked about it, he had a very good reason why. This way he can just put. I'm genuinely believing that he's actually doing that for the exact reason he stated. That way he doesn't have to give the stats to somebody else, and he can maintain slightly tighter control on a personal level. And who's going to second guess him?
Giovanna just kind of like glances at David briefly and then back at Alex. Giovanna, the master of playing that game with everyone. I'm sure there's a way to find out in the Peanut. And he's helpful.
But yes, if nothing else, I should. Let's see. I believe I have some of his contact information as well. He's looking through a few of the cards that he's gotten over the last couple nights. Yes, here we go. He pulls out Byron's card and a pen and transfers the information onto one of his own cards and hands Byron's actual card off to David.
Jason looks at it. Oh, that's too hilarious. It just puts it in his wallet.
He is also CEO of Elephantine LLC.
That's what I saw on the card.
He really does love Peanut.
And I'm sure Peanut loves him. I imagine that elephant's spoiled rotten.
I'm sure
Let's
it
just hope
is.
it's not that too personal kind of love.
I try to actively not think about such things.
Alms has a perplexed look like he's actually considering it. Then he gives a twitch, and banishes the thought from his head.
David looks over, looks at Holmes'
Right.
reaction, and just laughs some more.
Do not go down that path, Alms. Down that path lies madness and the dark side.
Oh, down that path just lies madness.
Poor Peanut.
So, as an added character note, is it considered like being racially insensitive to talk about insanity around Malkavians?
Well, David seems to have no issue with it.
Right.
I'm just saying, as like a general rule. I mean, let's be honest. David has enough money; he doesn't give a shit about anything.
Oh, he's got some dementation. I mean, he's a Malkavian after all. But
Yeah.
his are just a little more focused.
Although the Malkavians might not say anything, but the Toreador might kick you out for being rude and tasteless.
Yeah.
She might say, "Nah, you got to go out of the bar. You're not acting proper."
Thankfully, the only ones around that would be insulted are the ones they're talking to. So.
I know, and she needs to keep peace at the bar. She doesn't know how the Malkavians are going to react.
These two don't seem to mind.
She's got friggin' Presence 5. Doesn't really matter how anybody reacts. All she has to say, "Hey, pretty."
Unless she's mad, and then it's go, I'm terrifying.
Yeah, that's
bitches.
Anyway, so getting back to the thing though, it's like don't entertain the thought. He's an interesting looking individual. It's not worth it.
I banish the thought from my head.
Good idea.
Anyway, why are people sending me things?
It's lovely.
Josh, why did you send me this?
Well,
Anyway, somebody else say something because somebody just broke my brain.
Victoria's pretty much just watching you guys, making sure everybody seems happy and not
so it's been
wanting to kill each other.
what?
I don't know. They
Since the
seem to be
last
having a
time I was
a
here?
genuine conversation. A lot of laughing, a lot of joking, smiles. So. David looks over. You really got to get that fixed. Looking at you, Alex.
Yes, believe me, I'm well aware it has been an issue for 20 years, and
And you have yet to find somebody who can fix that?
who wouldn't be trying to also pretty much break me over their knee at the same time? No. Something... The, Premier Regent has offered to, try and help fix it, but it's a working endeavor.
You know, there are certain people with the ability to truly correct that.
Considering how things have... Well, first, I should say, how long have you two been in the city? Off
Not
of the
very
record,
long.
not asking as a permission.
Not
So-
very long. I've passed through here before, but
Any time in the last handful of weeks?
how long ago would you say it was?
About a week or so ago is when we actually came in and took up residence in one of the hotels.
Alright, well, I wouldn't put it past the Regent to actually have the ability to permanently deal with it in regards to what some of the older folks that we may know of would be able to do, because, well, I'm not sure if you heard about this decree or not, but clan proprietary, or he doesn't say clan, sorry, proprietary practices of our societies and such, so long as it can be proved as not having been actually learned in ways that aren't supposed to be, are forgiven for a very particular reason. Just about everyone in the city ended up, I guess for lack of better, as far as my understanding of it, something forced mutation on everybody.
Okay.
So it's very well possible he might have the ability, that capability. I've seen him do a number of other things that are bordering on the insane. So, or not insane. Sorry, the ludicrous. He may
there was
not
a
have any
slight-
dots in etiquette, but he's not
There
a
was a
dick.
slight tapping when you said insane from Victoria. Like, really, dude, you should just tapping the table very quietly.
It's quite alright, Rachel. I got it. David just looks at it. No worries, I'm not insulted.
Good, because I'd hate to have to tell one of the Primogenic he needs to leave. That's not very nice, but tact is important for our time.
Mm-hmm.
No, and you're right, Rachel, and I do apologize. It's one of those side effects
Forgive me,
of...
I fully accepted my unique nature and my associates.
Actually, shit, I realized I needed to do something. Sorry, I need to do something that I should have done before.
Okay.
Because Giovanna's a parent 7. Okay, I'm not paralyzed by how pretty she is.
Oh god.
I realized I was thinking about appearances. I'm like, wait, I should have rolled for that. She's pretty.
Or pretty. Yeah. Dave's only a parent 6.
Only. I heard 2. So,
And Dave's dot abilities go up to 9, so that gives you kind of any indication.
yeah, we're pretty much sitting around a bunch of people that can pretty much mop the floor with everybody by just sitting there saying, I am fucking fabulous.
Well, no,
Then it
I'm just
turns
saying
into
his
who-
go up to 9, but his appearance is only 7, so it's still it's
Yeah.
basically like a 3. So it's close to what your close to what your appearance would equal out to.
Yeah, it's because someone ate a little few too many souls.
Anyway, but yeah, so there's the decree was pretty much that anything that would normally be proprietary practices, so long as it can be proved is from the event that caused this, is excused.
Well, that's good. I can imagine the removal of so many would probably cause a bit of an issue.
Yes, we would lose the city because everyone would be dead. And frankly, after having seen what the Regent is capable of, I wouldn't want him hunting me down. I wouldn't want to see him hunt I would want to see him hunt a few people down.
Okay, see, here's the problem I've always found.
Yes?
Sometimes people get too caught up on certain things and forget that they have uniquenesses all their own that set them apart.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, got PM. Errol's messaging me about his vampire concept. So.
Aha.
Of course I'm not going to turn that down. I got to pay attention.
But anyway, so was that like pretty much the end of his statement, or was that or was he going somewhere else with the everybody's got their unique snowflakeness?
That was pretty much the end of his statement. Yeah.
He's
I
right.
was just gonna kind of nod and say, yeah, not everybody has my particular dental issues.
There's a quiet chuckle from Victoria, and then she looks down at her watch. I'll be right back, and she walks off and goes into the employee area.
Now remember, the ultimate thing is, no matter how big and bad they act or have proven, it can still be brought down.
Oh, numbers count for a lot.
Oh, history tells us quite a bit more. He looks at you. Seem to recall a certain progenitor of our uniqueness,
Mm-hmm.
suffering the same thought process.
Yes.
Yes, I was schooled. Yes, I was taught well. My sire here is a great teacher.
Oh,
Actually,
Ivana
says his girlfriend,
smiles.
sorry.
His girlfriend.
Because he's not going to use sire in a public place.
Yep.
No, it's
Okay.
brain fart.
ST error. Yep, makes sense.
But he hinted at it in such a way that
Right.
he might have picked up on the fact that he meant more than what he said.
Mm-hmm. So it's just, which could come off as blood bond or sire, or who knows what the hell else. But
Yeah.
it is still an interesting thing to note between the two of them.
Correct.
That's
Something
good.
that maybe could be talked about in a more controlled setting.
Yeah. Which actually, on that note, does this place even have like closed door rooms?
No, this one doesn't. Look that up.
Okay. I keep seeing Joey's background picture. I'm assuming that one's.
That's pretty much a close approximation of what the club looks like.
Okay,
I'm going to
so
say
yeah.
this one doesn't have, mainly because we don't have any other pictures, so I'm just going to use that.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's where she works. Bam. Hey, Joey, you now have given us the only visual cue to the Ghost Swan.
Well, she'd come out about 10 minutes later in a red dress. And she goes up on stage and starts singing, so that's what she's doing while you guys are talking. For the hell of it, I can roll to see how well she does. Is that a charisma performance?
Charisma expression. I thought
Well,
singing
expression
was
too, yeah.
expression. Performance was other things. I thought singing was
Let's see.
expression.
Well, I took a
I
performance
think it can
specialty
be
in
one
singing,
to one.
That,
so
yeah.
But let's just check.
I will go find performance.
Okay. Goddamn fucking papa. Oh well. See, the way it words, I think expression would actually be more for
Damn it, because I took a performance specialty in singing.
Well, no. I think expression would actually be more for other means. Because the way it's very specific about how it's stating it. Additionally, this talent represents your ability for poetry, creative writing, or other literary art forms.
Okay, so like if she were to write a
Performance
poem,
would be the
It
better
could
one.
go either way. I suppose.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
if she were
go
like if
either
she
way.
were writing a poem, she would use expression to write it, but performance to put on a
Performance
show with
would
it.
be, for according to
Okay.
the way this is worded. Using that
Okay, just to see how well she does. Is and explode. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she puts on a good job.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
She's
performance.
singing.
So performance governs your ability to perform artistic endeavors such as singing, dancing,
Go.
acting, or playing a musical instrument.
Okay. So she's singing some like old gosh, trying to think of the word.
It's a dirge.
Jazz.
Oh.
Jazz song.
Oh, you think Irish is ditty or something? Nope. It's just for jazz.
Well, I mean, that's what she's been told.
racist.
That's what she's been told to sing today. She sings what she's told to sing.
Sure, whatever. Well, she impresses a lot of people. A lot of clapping going on.
Yay.
Yay, good job.
Okay, so while she's singing, Alex is just going to look over to Alms and be like, you've been quiet. I mean, I've noticed that's a trend for you, but how have you been doing since excuse me. I'm trying to not choke on things. So how have you been doing since the other night?
Oh, I have been here, there, where I'm needed.
That's the
Your
most
answers.
vague answer I've ever heard.
I'm dealing in some. My business is very vague, so yeah, man. I don't know what else to say about that. It was a pretty heavy night.
Yeah, if you believe he's vague, wait until you meet the Tremere Regent. I believe that most of his responses can be summed up in 3 to 4 words. This is acceptable, and this is not acceptable.
So he's not vague, he's just matter-of-factly.
Oh, very much. He has become quite a bit more long-winded of late. I'm not entirely sure what brought that about.
Maybe you should ask him.
Been working on it. But anyway, so something that I do feel should be asked is how well aware are you of some of the issues that myself and my peers have been having to contend with?
I've heard things. Whether or not,
As
I
have I.
was going to say whether or not Geo over there has been forthcoming with me. Yeah. It's her right.
Well, that just definitely cinched on if it was which way the whole blood bond and or relations thing went. A little bit.
That would help confirm a little more exactly the pecking order there.
Yep.
But I've heard some things with my various business contacts. And got to admit, I was highly advised against bringing any business here.
And I can understand why. It's been annoying, in a word.
Well, as Geo here will tell you, I tend not to listen to my advisors. Really, I don't even know why I pay them. Actually, I pay them to tell me what, when they tell me not to do something, I do it, and basically I go on the opposite of what they say. Although someone picked up on that, and I think I have to fire them.
Alex is just gonna smile and be like, "Well, if the state of dress between you two is anything to go by, I would say you should stick with that method because it is working."
Yeah, but they kind of really advised me not to come here due to all the issues, and thankfully they don't know enough to be a concern. But they, there are some things obviously they can pick up on, certain issues, monetary, financial wise, and business right now might not be so good, kind of thing. But
panic in the streets on a few occasions will put a damper on that.
Yeah, well, see, that didn't exactly stop me. That just makes me want to invest here more and ensure that some kind of order is formed.
Believe me, I can certainly appreciate that. It's something that we've been working on trying to make sure that once everything clears, we can actually try and make sure it gets accomplished. Whoops. My speaker decided it did not want to be on the desk anymore. And it wanted to go on a journey.
Just like your wife.
We don't talk about that. Anyway. Well, I suppose... He's mulling something over in his head. I'm going to pretty much avoid beating around the bush and because I can't quite figure out the most appropriate way of putting it, I guess. But what besides as a business venture?
Mm-hmm.
What are your goals and intentions for the city overall? Because I'm going to be perfectly honest, with the station that you two find yourselves at, more money may as well print itself. So it makes me a little bit curious.
I'll leave it out. My reasons are my own, but they may become obvious later on down the road.
Well, speaking from at least my own perspective then, so long as it doesn't, I mean, as you've stated before, on what side of particular fences you sit on, as long as it stays on that side of the fence, more power to you. Uh-oh. A wild Marcus appears.
Oh, snap.
Run away!
Marcus! Just to get you updated, Marcus, everybody's at the Gilded Swan, mainly because it's the closest I could think of to that makes sense for at least these two NPCs that are here. Because they honestly wouldn't go to Warehouse 13. There's no reason to. So we kind of put it at the Gilded Swan. For SD purposes and mainly just to make this a more social scene, Alms is currently been transformed by a Tremere spell that just makes him look human for 24 hours or something. Short-term thing, basically just so he can get in the scene, be a little more active.
By the way, Bill, I do want
hard
to
to hide the gargoyle in the Gilded Swan.
Yeah, I do want to point out this sets up a potentially dangerous precedent by putting another thing into the Tremere hands.
It's only temporary, and believe me, this was done by someone else.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway,
The one who has the authority to do things like that.
We will hand wave it away. We'll be like, it's too costly to do it long term. Just it was for a single night.
Yes. We felt it better that he'd be able to blend in easier and be able to associate with others to get better intel. Yada yada yada.
What are we chatting about?
And
reasons happened. It was done, and yeah.
yeah. Basically, right now, all they're talking about is Alex just found out that the guy who owns Dragon Kings is currently sitting in front of him, and he's basically just trying to learn the exact reasons why he's come here. He said it's purely for business sakes. It's a good money spot. He did say there were some other reasons that he wasn't going to go into, and he kind of looked around the bar, obviously hinting to the fact that there are a lot of humans around.
Mm-hmm. And Alexander's just gonna kind of nod, say, "I understand."
But really, that's about it. I mean, it's just been kind of chit-chatting, stuff like that.
Well, if Carmine has to suss out this place for reasons, so
Yeah.
you just wanted to check out how big it was and what it looked like on the inside.
Basically, to give you a better idea, we're actually going to use Joey's picture, as a kind of basic makeup of what the bar looks like. It's a nice bar lounge.
If you see Carmine in there, he's got a little notepad and he's scratching things down.
At this point, if Alexander sees him, he's just gonna kind of furrow his brow a little bit as he's looking at Carmine. He's gonna give him a minute, see if Carmine actually notices that they're over there.
Carmine has no alertness. He's like walking down aisles and counting steps. He's being very obvious about what he is doing to people who know him.
Yeah.
I don't believe he's seen us yet.
I don't either. Excuse
Why
me
don't you just
a
call
moment,
him
you two. Yeah, Alexander's gonna excuse himself. Just give me 1 moment. Walk over so that he doesn't have to holler at Carmine and say, "Mr. Secretary."
As he walks away, he goes, "Why not call him over? Because the dude throws me through a loop."
What?
Oh.
So I believe that there are a few people.
You'll see.
Okay.
What do you do?
Sure we will.
What do you want? Wait, kid, I'm busy.
And
Secretarial type shit to do. What's going on?
I get that. I have some secretarial type shit for you to do as well.
Oh. Okay,
So
I got a notepad, so yeah, okay.
So Alexander's just gonna kind of turn and motion towards the table that they were at a little bit. It's like, there's some people that need to meet you. If you.
But what? But I'm just a secretary. I don't understand.
Yes,
Okay.
and you're also a sit-in.
I suppose. I don't know some of you's. Name's Carmine.
David extends his hand. David Fields.
Of course you are.
Giovanna Agrippa. She just kind of looks him over.
Mr.
Please have a seat.
What was that, Marcus?
Does she speak Italian?
Nope, English. But she does speak it. Oh yeah, she does speak Italian. Sorry.
He will greet you in Italian.
Okay.
Mr. Carmine here is, as he likes to refer to himself, a secretary.
I take notes and whatnot.
I see that.
Kind of nods as he looks around.
He's also the gentleman that you would be needing to to meet with in lieu of the person that is difficult to get a hold of after you spoke with
Oh, how
Mr.
convenient. How convenient.
This is a very convenient bar, apparently.
Wow. I'm telling you.
He goes, yeah, not for much longer.
What is that
There's
supposed
something
to
we
be?
should know, Mr. Carmine. Do we need to make an exit?
not for a couple days.
Okay. AKA, kind of avoid this place for the next couple days. Gotcha.
Yeah, understood.
It's a good plan. Hey, don't
Yeah.
tell your friends though, because if you do, I'll have you whacked.
Alexander's actually going to interject for a moment and point towards Victoria up at the stage singing at the moment. So should we tell, as an aside, Carmen, should we inform Miss Rachel of that?
The fuck you want to do? You're what you are. I can't really tell you what to do, kid. Yeah, move along. Good.
Next, I figured your plan. I'm not sure how many mouths you want to know about it.
Hey, you know what? If they're stupid, they won't be talking for much longer now, will they?
That's actually a fair assessment.
Hi, Dave. What's shaking?
Not much.
I'll stand if you don't mind. That's what secretaries do and stuff. Do you have some notes you would like me to take?
We're just here to
What
make sure
secretaries
proper...
have you encountered?
David's just gonna skip right over that whole part.
I can get one of them dictaphone things, and you can just talk
We were just here to ensure that we wanted to make sure that we were introduced properly to the right individuals.
For what? What would you need to be introduced to those individuals for? I mean, you don't look like you have the same problem we do. We in the same family or something. We have the same affliction, perhaps.
You could say that.
So you got the same problem I do, is what you're saying?
Well, maybe not the exact same problem, but
it's like in the neighborhood the same problem.
All of that too, but we do tend to have the more nightlife existence. You know, tend to prefer the nightlife.
Do that.
Carmine.
Yeah.
They need to meet with Byron, not me. This is simply a matter of convenience.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is that why?
You hear the disappointment in Carmine's voice.
Is that why Ladyfingers over there is over here?
Both I and the lady here need to speak with apparently Byron.
Oh, really?
Correct.
Is that the same problem?
Yes, we both have the same problem.
Oh. Do you have an elephant too?
No, we do not have an elephant.
Alexander's just rubbing his eyes like, oh god damn it, why did I bring him over here? Oh, I'm supposed to.
Don't.
That's right.
Have a peanut.
That's the whip though. Don't talk elephant. No.
Oh, no.
Just saying.
I would never speak ill of peanut.
The whip is a very important individual in the side of the clan.
Just shaking his head.
So what's your doozle? Did you see pretty colors or something?
I have a more
really weird look. She's
I
kind
have
of
a
like
more direct.
looking around.
What do I need to do to make you not go bug fuck?
Nothing. I'm okay.
Oh,
Okay, what about you?
nothing.
Do you know what your crazy pants is, so I don't set that off?
You actually notice that she's just looking like she just looks around a lot.
Do you see dead people?
She's paranoid. She looks paranoid.
Oh, yeah.
We do, yes.
Oh my god, that's a thing.
I was kidding, David.
No,
So
I don't
now
see dead
Carmine's-
people.
Now Carmine's sitting there thinking like,
Oh.
oh god, maybe I am Malkavian. Maybe I'm just thinking I'm a veteran this whole time. Oh god, I lost my mind so long ago.
It's a total vampire mindfuck. No, he goes, okay, so you guys live in Lord Byron's land. Okay.
Sort of.
Has he counted you?
No, not that I'm aware of. I haven't spoken to him, so.
You should do so at your earliest convenience. Lest
Well,
things become
that's what mainly we are here for, is to try and find the people we need to locate.
You need to locate him.
Okay. We will get a hold of him.
However, you could bypass him if, you would talk to somebody. I can take your name down and put you on his list. I got paper.
That would be appreciated.
He has a notepad.
He
David.
does.
How do you spell your last name?
He opens up his wallet again, pulls out a card, hands it to you.
I don't want that. What's your name?
David Fields.
Thank you,
Puts the
David.
card away.
And you're Giovanna Agrippa?
Agrippa, yep.
You know she got walled into like a building, right? By her own son. Oh.
Oh. Well, she actually has her own card, but I can't even remember the name that we came up with for it, Bill, so.
I don't remember either. Yeah, the name of the club. Yeah, I don't recall for the life of me.
Are you
Yeah.
aware of the current unpleasantness?
We've heard of it.
Okay, this is really becoming difficult for me. Excuse me. I go to another table. I go, Vinny, move these guys over here.
Okay.
Oh, Vinny's here too?
So
He doesn't
essentially,
believe her without Vinny.
if there is a table within earshot, it gets moved.
Basically, Vinny clears out the area around you guys enough so that people can, they're not rudely relocated. They're just
Let me speak.
recommended to move.
Mm-hmm.
This is way simpler, way more cozy. I think we should have conversations now.
Oh.
I still have
Okay.
a notepad and a pencil. Does anybody have like claws or something so they can sharpen this thing? I got the little tip thing.
David holds out a pen. How about a pen?
Oh, that works.
When he's asking about if anybody has anything to sharpen with, Alexander tries his best to hide his saber teeth.
So,
Arr,
if I just smack you in the mouth, like, does that hurt?
It'll hurt back.
That's not nice.
No, it's not.
So now that we have a little more privacy, what is it you wish to ask, Mr. Carmine?
Oh, I don't want to know nothing. These guys do. Apparently, you're important. You're like a somebody or something.
I am CEO and owner of Dragon King's Tech.
What the hell's that mean?
It means
I run and own and operate one of the largest tech firms in the world.
Wow.
and Carmine,
Yeah.
Roland's issue.
That's not. I don't got a problem with it. I don't know what his role is. What's his issue? You gotta-
Mr. Fields here may have been attempting to bankroll that.
Oh, wow. Go you. I mean, it's a nice investment. From what I hear, it's a pretty good investment. Who's the guy? Like, did you drool down there? I don't know that guy. Who's that guy? He's pointing at the character that is played by Olms or whatever.
Hmm.
Like, who's that guy?
Oh, we've met before.
No, I remember.
He puts up his hands and makes a little like wings flying away gesture.
What are you doing, shadow puppets or something?
It's
The gentleman's
Alms,
name from
Carmine. It's Alms, Carmine.
Why the fuck didn't you lead with that then?
Well, it was the shadow puppets were more entertaining. It was artistic.
Oh my.
Think about who owns this bar.
If you
It
want
was
to
fitting.
interpretive dance, you get on the fucking stage.
Hey, I figured you were clever enough to get it. I don't
I'm
know.
not that smart. Don't attribute that sort of thing.
He's not.
So, you want to do business here.
Mm-hmm.
Tellus might have some interesting problems with that, don't you think?
They do, but they really can't say nothing. Not
Well,
without
yeah,
making it a giant legal battle.
That's true. It's an open market. You know, I know some guys who can help with that unless you already got your own guys.
I have things legally taken care of for now, but doesn't mean they won't try other means in order to prevent such endeavors from continuing.
That would be most unfortunate. However, depending on who your friends are, you could reach out. I'm just saying.
He nods.
You know, just between the two guys at the table and some rocky assholes who won't tell you who they are. So, Miss, Senora Grip, what do you do? I don't know what you do. I never met you before.
Well, I have been here before, but I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet. I passed through before and met, actually, Mr. Nash briefly and his whip.
Wow, that guy. Yeah, I met him. He's a somebody, I suppose.
No, I'm here with David now.
To do what exactly?
Support.
Support you in what?
Make sure I'm doing things correctly.
Is he a new guy?
Not so much.
Man, if he's not the new guy. Does he know the old guy that was just here?
What old guy?
The old guy?
I'm back.
What old guy? David looks.
The associate that was managing things.
No, the old guy. There was a bunch of old guys used to be here. They left recently. I was wondering if he talked to the old guy.
Yes, I've spoken with the old guy.
Agrippa, did you speak to the old guy?
Yes. Holly, we'll discuss that later.
Okay.
He's referring to the Chosen.
Oh.
Since you guys are in the city, you guys would have gotten the same offer. Even if you weren't. No.
This is of interest to me. So, you guys understand unpleasantness is very fucking unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
1 second. I don't know if they did the thing. See, the last guy, my brother was here before. He said that the people who was like these guys who used to run a place like this before had this really nasty habit. I gotta see if they're still doing the same thing. If you just excuse me for a moment.
Sure.
Alright.
Who's in charge?
Right now, Victoria is the ranking one in the clan that's in the bar.
She's on stage, so I can't, and she's muted, so I can't bother
her.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, we can just say she's busy.
So I
They'll
can't.
basically point to her. And
Okay,
she's
cool.
busy singing.
So like, well, she's not here right now. You're here. I'm talking to you right now.
All right.
Okay, so you guys bug this place? If you bug this place, mistake you.
No.
You sure?
Positive.
What's your name?
That was one of the very specific orders.
I got a notebook. What's your name?
Charles Alexander.
Okay, Mr. Alexander. I find this place is bugging, coming after you. You're getting whacked. Deal with it. Moving on. Close back.
No.
So, okay. I had a conversation. Maybe, maybe not. But Charles Alexander, remember that name. You'll see it again.
David Nutt.
So, you guys, you understand the unpleasantness is very unpleasant, and there's certain moves that have to be made. This will affect you and your business. Are you prepared to go to the mattresses with us?
Yes. I wish this to continue being a properly motivated city.
Right. Is it true what they say about you guys?
What's that?
Other than the crazy, you guys can see shit nobody else can see?
Sometimes, yes.
Can you guys do that? Can you two do that specifically?
I haven't tried, but I'm sure there's a way we can.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it's inherent within all of us.
Yes,
Right.
yes it is.
Right. No. This stuff that's actually there that nobody else can see. Not the shit your brain made up.
Again, I'm pretty
Yes,
sure that's
yes.
inherent within all of us.
Well aware.
Okay. So, you guys are going to be very important. Because I'm going to need you guys to look at some people. Certain
Okay.
people. Individuals. To see if they're who they are, who they say they are.
Fair enough.
Because just because you hid something doesn't mean the thing that you used to hide it with can't be seen. Just
Sure.
like you can see a makeup mask, you can see the little edges and shit, like in the movies and stuff, with like the Mission Impossible guy when he rips the mask off, that type of thing. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you guys can see that shit.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
All right, that'd be good. So you need to be looking at like clubs and other places out there. If you guys could give me a report, you guys see anything weird, anybody weird that we didn't know was weird already, that would be good. I would pay for that sort of information.
Payment's not necessary. If it better benefits the city, I'm more than willing to assist free of charge.
I don't do boons, so if you want one,
I'm not talking about a boon. I'm not
no. So if
talking
you
about-
tell me if it's free, I'm gonna assume that you mean it's free.
Yes, I am directly saying it's completely free. At least on my end. I cannot speak for Miss Agrippa.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
her-
old school. So when somebody gives me the word, I believe.
You're not. Well, I give you my word. I don't want anything in return. Believe me, money is not an option I am worried about. And boons, honestly, as much as they can benefit some, I think it would take away from those who might actually get a better benefit from it.
Alex here tells me that I need to accept things not based on what I heard or what I see a lot. You seem pretty solid, grounded even. Of course, I've not seen you in bugfuck mode, so I don't know.
It happens.
Her
We
down
have our
there,
days.
she seems to be pretty stable. I've not seen her in bugfuck mode either, so I'm gonna assume she's a pretty stable individual.
Usually when we're out in public, we are of a stable alignment.
Stable's relative when we're talking about people with our condition.
We're not. But, yes, I get your meaning.
Have you been read in?
Not extensively, as I'm sure you are more informed than I am.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
there's
I am.
some information ahead of time, but nothing directly tying our uniqueness.
If in the next couple days your boss, your guy, doesn't contact you, know that your names, they're in my notebook. You're
Okay. Okay.
All right, guys.
He looks confused, but doesn't say anything.
The name's in my notebook.
Gotcha.
That being said, that thing I just asked you about, if you could, do that like in your spare time. It's not like you need to, sleep or anything. After you have a bite to eat, kind of walk around town. So to see.
Gotcha.
Specifically, I need you to look at this address right here.
David looks at it.
He gives them both an address. It is the address for Wolfman Hart.
Here's the address of what?
Wolfman Hart.
Okay, gotcha.
You see anybody come out of that place, I want you to just keep the eye on them for a second. I need, just anybody comes out of the building, just take a look at them.
Do you need a more detailed information on it?
I need any manner of intelligence that I can gain would be woefully beneficial.
Well, seeing as how I'm bringing a brand new business in, might require a touch of just to confirm that everything is legal. Like
no,
you don't want it that detailed.
No, do not put yourself in danger. I'm serious. Don't do it. As long as we're just looking, things are brewing, things are happening, and at a certain level of our kind, there's been some mobilization of a sort. I would not like for there to be any more mobilization short of what has been dictated by the guy. All right?
Very well.
All we need is eyes. Tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell anybody you know. Look, don't touch. This is the word of the guy. Now, he's also very interested in knowing what he can do for you.
Well, as I said, I mean, we've come into the city, mainly, we've come here mainly to introduce ourselves. But most of what I'm here for is to ensure that my business takes off and
within your group
can assist for the good of everyone, for the good of the entire city.
My question is, within your group. Good.
Well, Mr. Fields, there was perhaps the thing that I'd asked about earlier for what some of your additional intentions were for the city, and now that there are less prying ears in the immediate vicinity, thank you, Vinny. If there was any additional light that you wanted to shed on that particular topic, that might be what Carmine's asking about.
That's not what I'm asking.
Well, I can say we are working on a new prototype of a type of glass that would be able to assist in our kind's endeavors during the day.
Really?
Necroglass!
Yeah. We are currently working with some very interesting stuff we've uncovered through our various contacts. If it proceeds to work as well as we are hoping, it would pretty much take away our restrictions. To a point. We'd still have to be, obviously, in a sense, encased in this kind of stuff most of the time, but it would prevent any of the usual problems we have when certain lighting occurs.
Transportation, as an example.
Yes, transportation is a big example. We haven't perfected it yet. There's still a few glitches and a few issues, unfortunately. And we've suffered a few casualties in some of the other areas due to it, but families are more complicated, so on and so forth.
On to next.
Yeah. I mean, we do what we got to do, and, you know, they all went in knowing the risk.
Well, that's interesting. What I meant more was, is your guy going to take control of your place financially, or are you going to do it? Because see, the thing is,
It's my place.
well, that may not go over so well with your friend.
I don't care.
What I'm saying is, do you understand what I'm saying? Technically, he's the guy. You can kind of make calls when it comes to your own stuff because you're not the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, have overtures been made? And if so, would you like for me to have a conversation with that guy to leave you alone in lieu of the fact you're such a good earner?
No, I'll talk to him about it. I don't think it'll be an issue. I'll explain to him that it would truly benefit all of us if I were to be kept in charge of it.
Maybe you don't get what I'm saying. I'm going to talk to your guy because I don't want you to talk to your guy. Because betwixt you, I need it to be an amicable relationship. So if he hates me, that's okay. If he doesn't like you, that's a problem.
Understood.
We need Clan happy. If you don't like me, that's okay. No one likes me anyway.
I've
I've
noticed.
said it before. I like you, Carmine.
Kid,
So far, you've been pretty upfront and straight, as much as you can be with certain ears around.
I never lie. Ever.
So I have no reason to doubt anything you've said.
I will, however, conceal motives.
Yeah. Do what you got to do.
So, do you have any vested financial things in the city, Miss Agrippa? Where you just kind of, I help people? Like a Mother Teresa of vampires?
I help this one. And this one only.
Like you guys friends or something?
Yeah, you could say that. She just,
He looks around, make sure they're far enough away. She's my sire.
You did this to him? Oh,
It was willing.
look at her. Yeah.
Well then.
Explains a lot, kid. Explains a lot.
Alex just kind of nodding, like, yeah, I'm not commenting about this one.
She's just shaking her head at all of you.
I'm not really good at the whole social mores or whatever. Nothing like that. Because I'm dead. I don't got a lot of free time. So, I mean, I got 6 hours to do everything that I gotta do. So, maybe 12 if I'm in Alaska.
You're lucky.
Well,
What?
hence another reason why we're developing this particular class.
We got a mood that's gonna remain. It's gonna happen fast.
Very well.
And we may need guys. So, if we were to call upon you, could you provide such a thing?
I have a security force that always stays with me because they're paranoid. But they're getting paid.
Yeah,
very
actually, he says that. She actually, like, just casually looks around because, yeah.
Oh, they're all outside.
They stayed outside. Okay.
I'm assuming, Mr. Fields, this is in addition to the one that's currently...
This was before the other one. Yes, this was going to be the other deal I was making was to more for the business side of things. This was more a personal thing due to my net worth and my connections to many people. It tends to bring about enemies.
You gotta know you got a target on your back.
I always have a target on my back. I've had a target on my back since I first started my company and began making better things.
Real target. Real things.
I'm fully aware.
Okay.
I did not go into this untaught. I was told exactly what I would be getting into, the issues I could have. I mean, not just within this city, but just my choice.
What can the guy do in all of your assemblage? I'm supposed to go around and ask this. What can the guy do for you? What can we do? How can he help you guys do what you do? Because he's busy, but he gives a shit. So I got a notebook.
Sorry, there's an admin chat that just popped up. John being a goofball. Hey, looks honestly, like I said, I mean, we're here mainly for business purposes. If assistance is needed, whether it be, you know, for our tech reasons or whatever, I am more than willing to aid as much as I am capable of. We have developed quite a bit of tech that is now currently in use by the Department of Defense.
Oh,
and we have a lot. We have a lot more that
so
is
when
not.
you say tech, you don't make like Game Boys and nothing. You make like cool shit, right?
Yes, I mean like advanced scanners,
He unrolls.
high-res drones.
He comes to a
We
page
do quite a bit.
that's empty, and he writes an address down. He hands it to the guy.
Mm.
See that?
Yeah.
See that place?
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of boxes there. A couple of boxes, a couple of things of a technological sort. You should put it back together and tell me what it is.
Can do that. I assume they're not super high-techy.
Well, they are.
Yeah, we can get around that. Usually, if they're super advanced like that, they usually have a bunch of protection barriers and stuff like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Get around everything.
So we will deal with that aspect of things. If you need that information, how soon do you need it?
ASAP. There's another set of the same type of equipment. We think it's fried, might not be. You can check it out.
Okay.
I don't care who lives there. Just go there and say the prince is a blessing. Bada bing, bada boom. You got the prince's blessing. Now go and look at it. I need you to do.
You know, sure.
What kind of scanners is it that your company produces, Mr. Fields?
All kinds. Obviously, for the Department of Defense, we built some scanners to pick up on minor traces of radiation. We've been able to uncover.
Alex at this point is just staring at Carmine like.
We've been able to uncover buried mines, ordnance that hasn't exploded, stuff like that. I mean, we do it more for safety's sake.
I borrow a drone.
We'd need to know the specific use for it so we can calibrate it correctly. Most strangers are typically just video.
I need you to build me a drone that looks for radiation signatures.
Can do.
Then I need you to fly it around Minneapolis and tell me what you see.
Okay.
You do that?
Yeah. Drones are rather simple devices. All we'd have to do is replace the video with a scanner. And
here's the thing, though. I have to tell this to everybody. If you fuck me, it will not go well for you.
Gotcha.
Is David or Geo gonna even bother rolling intelligence to try and figure out why all of a sudden he's asking about? I need to detect radiation.
No, David's got a pretty high intelligence. He's kind of piecing it together. He's not sure specifically. He figures maybe there's some kind of bad power plant or something going on. He doesn't know exactly, but he's kind of piecing it together. When you're looking for something that's high tech and scans for radiation, there's only a few reasons you would need it.
That would be wonderful.
On battlefields and stuff is one thing. In the middle of a city, he's seen enough movies. Plenty of movies about nuclear devices being in cities. Whether or not he's assuming that, it doesn't really matter. But he figures for a radiation device, maybe there's some kind of possible threat. So I'm trying to, irradiate the city because Kindred don't get affected by it.
That's it. And I'll, as a gesture, I'll do what I can.
Just out of curiosity, is there a specific type of radiation you want it to look for? Because if I just set it to radiation, it'll pick up every freaking microwave in the city.
Carmine's lips move, but no one hears anything but him.
Okay.
He says, kind of would be in a bomb, dipshit.
That's what I figured, but I just wanted to make sure.
You ever seen that show Jericho? That was a really good show. Just saying.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was along those lines, but I just wanted to specify just in case. The
I'm
problem
real
is
subtle.
those can be kind of, they vary, but I know what to look at. We have various settings we can use for that, so
If nothing
I could
else,
just
multiple
extract.
drones.
No, too many tend to cause problems. People have privacy issues. Stuff like that. One will do it. It will just take a little longer than you expect. They're not speed drones. Now, for it to scan, it's going to take a little while. It can do about a city block within an hour period.
So, like I said, Miss Agrippa, is there anything that he can do for you?
You
Not
were talking
often.
about branching out your club.
I was.
Oh, what kind of club is that? If
You got a club?
David just smiles.
Yeah, she just kind of smirks too and gives a
The
chuckle.
kind of club that Matthew would enjoy.
hey, that's only if I'm allowed to use the flogger.
Sticks and stones may break my bones. It would
With me saying excitement. Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, so she's just gonna kind of smile and just leave it at that.
Yep.
If you don't tell me what kind of club it is, I can't help you.
David looks. I'll say it. She runs a fetish club.
I tried that shit for about a year. I got big. It was fucking crazy.
But there are
Makes
plenty of
dating
people
a lot
who
easier.
enjoy it.
Well,
And actually, a little helpful hint, we have learned that a club like that in particular tends to draw some very powerful individuals from all walks of life.
Yeah.
Great
so
way to keep tabs.
you want to do
It's a
like
wonderful way to learn things.
Hmm.
I had a guy
She
who had a
smiles.
whorehouse did the same thing. It's fucking good. It's good, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. It's a great gig. So
Well,
what's my piece?
Hmm.
I get a cut.
She's pondering this.
I mean, I could fill it full of really horrible people that like being, things shoved up their ass and all kinds of other crazy shit.
by the way, apparently Victoria walks over and just sits down at the table.
We could easily afford to give them a cut. It's not a big deal.
No, it's not a big deal.
Well, I don't
Between
even
the
need
two
a
of
piece.
Between the two of us, we have more than enough.
I just want to know how can I help you?
Well, I would say that I could help with the paperwork side of things, but frankly, if it's already an established business, it's probably not going to matter unless you decide that there's a particular location that you want and somebody else is already in it.
I'm really good with relocation and negotiation. I'm a people guy. Why? We need more of that shit. Some more places are gone. This place is a fucking drone zone. It's fucking boring. So, you got something crazy going on. Yeah, more power to you. Just if you're in somebody's.
Like I said, it does draw quite an amazing amount of, at least within DC where she has her club. We have some pretty powerful individuals. There's senators, there's congressmen, stuff like that go into our club all the time.
All
And
right,
you'd be
so
amazed how often they talk.
what I need you to do is if you got a place up there and you want a place down here, I need your guys up there to pass word to their friends that are down here that this is the type of place to go. We build it. We could probably get some interesting customers down there and expand your power base a little bit. I'm willing to do that.
Get some word out on the street, get the opening night well advertised in the circles that it would be appropriate.
In actuality,
if we build it, they will come.
Actually, we need your place.
Do you got a moment to smoke in the other room with Trevor? Or should he come? No, you guys can go without me. That's fine.
We actually need that place. We need a new place where something can happen new, because we got a hobby that needs to come out. It needs a coming out party. We need a place. Ain't nobody been. We built this place. Yeah, it's a little creepy, but we can have a party. What do you say?
Favorite looks?
Eh. I've seen plenty of creepy in my days. I don't think it can get any worse.
Say it's completely your choice. I have my business. You can have yours here. It gives you a vested interest in the city.
We
One
like vested
more.
interests. That means you give a shit. We like when you give a shit. That makes us happy. However, again, your friend might try and take a piece. It's his right.
Mm,
Again, we can always convince another of us.
yeah.
I'm gonna roll Camarilla really quick just to try and check something. Dice.
Dice, baby.
Bad
Dice
man.
are not for you. Dice are not for you.
Wow. Apparently I like 4s. Anyway, so but anyway,
Beer, please.
excuse me. So Bill, pretty much from what I was rolling though, is the Primogen would only be able to try and, if he was going to try and tap into any of it, he would only be able to tap into their assets and stuff that are in the city, since everything else, let's say, that David and Gia have, is outside of his purview.
Technically, yes.
Okay. So yeah,
Because it would be assumed that in another city, the Primogen in that city would have already tapped into any potential.
And the Alex
You can only
just
tap
say that
into
he
what's
just,
in the city. Yes.
yeah, Alex is just gonna kind of shrug and say, even if he does try, he can only affect what's actually in the city, and even to that extent.
Basically, it's just a payment to allow that particular kindred to have access in the city for goods and services. It's basically saying, here's my, here's my bribe, so to speak, so that way, you don't try and take it over.
Yeah, and I would just say, so the only thing is that of yours that you can even attempt to touch would be in the city, and frankly, if his demands are too ludicrous, then it can you can always appeal to a higher court. So
Again, we can always speak to him about it. I mean, maybe we'll put a little bit into his company to offshoot the usual fees.
So,
Not in public.
did
Not
Victoria really come sit down at the table?
According to what Joey put, yeah, Victoria's sitting at the table now.
Yes,
it's Rachel.
Rachel
yeah,
is
Rachel.
sitting at the table.
Hey.
And she looks at him.
It's gonna be like that?
I'm sorry, I can barely hear what you're saying.
I go, it's gonna be like that?
She bows. I don't understand what you're saying. What you're trying to allude to.
No problem. Well, I see that I am done, as I have done my secretarial duties. Have a nice night. Unless there's anything else you need me for in a secretarial capacity.
No, I think that's it. Now that we know who to get in touch with, we will make sure to get in touch with him. But
By
as
the
I
way,
said, we don't really need to worry about it, but I'd still prefer out of kindness to ensure. Less issues.
Kindness for what? You wanna go see the guy?
Yeah, less issues, like you said. No, speaking to Byron, I mean.
Oh.
No, we still need to talk to him. That's who I was referring to. Now, the other one I understand is unavailable from what I've heard.
One thing, Vic, this is your place, right? I'm sorry, Rachel. This is your place, right?
Joey?
Rachel.
This is your place, right?
She
Technically,
nods.
you're in charge right now.
Like you own it and whatnot.
I don't own it, but my clan does, and I'm responsible for watching it right now.
It's kind of a problem. Mostly because clans don't own things, vampires do. You might want to talk to them and get that changed.
She nods.
Okay, he's telling you to take over ownership.
I know she understood.
Okay.
She doesn't. Well,
Good. She doesn't want to what?
no, I was gonna say something, but it's not pertinent.
Not only that, do you have like a replacement singer? Or you every night?
Not every night, no.
You the one that makes your schedule?
Honestly, out of character, I don't know.
Pretty much you can. I will give you more access to it. I mean, if you actually wanted to take over the bar and just talk to your primates and be like, hey, I do enough here. Can I just have it? Primates
I mean, like, I don't know about like all the. Does she have the
good resources.
on
It's a
schedule?
constant resource. I mean, that's a good way to keep your resources up. Bar's a good moneymaker.
Yep, they sure are.
Mm.
All right, so she'll just say yes. She makes her own schedule. That's what she'll say.
Alright, so, here's what
It's gonna be interesting when you start classes.
What I'm gonna need you to do, you have an insurance policy on this place?
Yes, they do.
She
Not that
nods.
much.
Go ahead and raise it.
Carmine, now might be an inopportune time to do so because raising a plan immediately before something happens tends to cause suspicion.
Is that how that works?
That said, some of the suspicion could be alleviated, but frankly, with how much I'm already having to try and do,
Could always
Rachel,
backdate it.
So you're saying you can't fix
David.
that?
I
Always
can,
backdated.
but what I'm trying to get at is that it could be very easily, as you said, Mr. Fields, backdate it, but I'm not trying to overplay things here, but
You can
as
just,
it is, I have been leaning excessively, and
Okay
so
then,
I
so don't
need
worry.
something.
I just hope they have a good insurance policy. He keeps. How high are these ceilings?
About 15, 20 feet.
That's good. That's good. I like that. It's a good spot, Vic. I mean, Rachel. It's a good spot. Are you doing the
Joey,
other
if you
thing?
have to ask that, you
It's
have
a
not
nice
been paying attention.
Alright, we're gonna have to end this soon, though.
I gotta go anyway. So yeah, Carmine will take his leave, and he will bid everybody good adieu.
Alright. Later, Michael.
All this business stuff, man. You wanna know something about the streets? You tell me about the streets, but frick, I'm totally out of my mind here.
Poor Alms. Alright, anybody else need to get anything done?
Nope.
Hey, not that I'm complaining. Free
Yeah,
beer.
that's what I'm saying. Plus you're getting a lot of information.
Yeah, true.
Alright. Wow, just. Alright. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. Stay tuned for more. Oh my god. Just gotta.